Good morning, everyone. We're so glad you joined us. Oh, I got both of you. It's my lucky day. Fantastic. Well, I'm Shelly, and let's introduce you to the more important animals or beings that are here with me right now showing off. This is Sitara, and this is Scooter. I was going to try to just feature Sitara, but Scooter decided he didn't want to be left out. And we always like it when animals decide they want to join us for extra back rubs and love. So that's fantastic. Sitara is 25 years old. Scooter is 23 years old. They are both harbor seals. We actually have two different types of harbor seals with us today. See you later, princess. Sitara is an Atlantic harbor seal. Scooter is a Pacific harbor seal. They're just up here to say hello a little bit as we talk to you very quickly about Ocean Connections. We're back at the pool today, and it is a beautiful day. So thanks for joining us. So Ocean Connections runs the Marine Mammal Program. We are based inside of the Milwaukee County Zoo, but one of the things that we want to make sure that you guys are all aware of is that we're not the Milwaukee County Zoo. Our funding and our support is completely separate, and it is completely dependent upon our people who walk in for our daily demonstrations, our shows, our summer camps, our programs. Hi, honey. With these wonderful animals. And so we are doing virtual field trips right now, and we really hope that that's a resource to all of you. We understand the difficulties that are going on right now with trying to get great curriculum out there for kids, and also things that are very fun and engaging. Well, we certainly have fun and engaging here, and we spend all of our time teaching. I'm talking loud. I've got some excited animals out there that would like to all participate. You'll be meeting some of them as we go through, but one of the things we want to remind you as we get started is that we do need your help right now. Our doors are closed completely, but we still have to keep a team on so that our animals receive daily care and lots of food. And they go through about $100 in food every single day, capelin and herring. Any donations that you guys can support us with, if you're able, because everybody's really hurting right now, is very much appreciated by the trainers and by these beautiful animals, because our priority is taking care of them. You have a couple of ways if you'd like to make a donation, and that's through our website, which is oceanconnections.org, or you can Venmo us at Ocean Connections. So right now it's time to get to some great activities we're really excited about today. You can either come or you can stay, mister, but we need to go down there and we need to visit with Brittany. Thank you, friend. See you later. Come on. We're going to visit with Brittany because Brittany here is going to be talking to you guys about some fantastic activities. You have, in the last week and a half, learned so much about animals. And now it's time to have a little bit of fun, and we've got some upcycled crafts.
Yeah, we sure do. So thanks for the introduction, Shelly. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Like Shelly said, my name is Brittany. I'm the education coordinator here at Ocean Connections. So we have some amazing upcycled crafts to share with all of you today. What's amazing about all of these crafts is you can do them with things that you're finding in your own homes. So you don't need to go to the store. You don't need to worry about gathering supplies, because I'm sure you have different things, and you can go ahead and you can change these as you have items. So we actually have a Google Drive that has the supply list. It has everything that you need to know about how to make these crafts in our Google Drive. So the link is actually in the caption of this video. So be sure to check out our Google Drive for all of these amazing resources that we have on how to do it. But feel free to change it up as you have different items in your house. And don't forget, if you make these crafts at home, tag Ocean Connections. We want to see what you guys come up with. So let's start with something super simple. This is one of my favorite activities that we've done. I've been a camp counselor for many years. It's one of my favorite activities, and all you need is coloring supplies and toilet paper tubes. So the first thing I want to show you, so we got to meet some of our amazing animal ambassadors. So I decided to turn some of our toilet paper tubes into our animal ambassadors. So So I turned this one into a little snake, so you can see I kind of drew the body. I painted it all one solid color first before going ahead and painting it on. I used acrylic paints because that's what I had in my house, but you can use markers, crayons, colored pencils, anything that you have in your own homes to go ahead and design this however you would like. And I kind of made his little snake body wrap all the way around. You can see he's even got a little tail there to go ahead and show off. And you don't have to make these any certain color. It doesn't have to be modeled after a real animal. If you want a purple snake because your favorite color is purple, make a purple snake. I'm not going to stop you. So we've got a snake. We of course met little Pudge. Pudge was our hedgehog, so I turned him into a hedgehog. I started by drawing a heart for the face and then kind of drawing a body. He does kind of look like a penguin, so you could definitely use this if you wanted to make a penguin instead. If you've seen cute little Wellington waddle around and you are really inspired to make a penguin, please feel free to do so. Just make his nose an orange little beak instead. And then I just used a paintbrush and I just dabbed all around to make his little quills. So you can see he's got all of those quills all over his back, all over his side. So super, super cute, really simple. Again, I kind of started by painting it all one color and then going ahead and adding in those details a little bit later.
And the details can be adaptations, right?
Absolutely.
Because we talked about that.
Yeah, so we talked about their nose for hedgehogs and their great sense of smell, so you can make those adaptations, make their little nose, make those quills. For the snake, he actually has his little forked tongue. I don't know if you guys got to see that earlier, but he's got that little forked tongue, so you can check that out and use how they smell. Definitely different adaptations. And then, of course, I had to make a little teeny tiny harbor seal. So I drew the face on first so that I knew where to not put spots, since they don't really have too many spots around their face. But he's got those little whiskers, just like we always talk about, and how great those whiskers are for sensing and feeling around, those large eyes. And then of course added all of those amazing rosettes or spots that help them kind of counter shade and blend in with their surroundings. So super simple. You can make pretty much any animal that you want with these. If you want to make a unicorn, a chupacabra, whatever you would like, you can go ahead and make that with those toilet paper tubes, which is pretty neat.
Make sure you share them with Ocean Connections.
Yeah, don't forget to tag us.
Yeah, and if you're watching right now, please let us know, where are you watching from? Where are you visiting us from?
Yeah. Drop your favorite animal too. If you have an animal that you are going to turn into a toilet paper tube because it is your favorite, comment your favorite animal. If it's a seal or sea lion, let us know. If it's a fish, let us know. We'd love to see what your favorite animal is. And even if it's a backyard animal, let us know. So next, we're actually going to be making binoculars. So this is another really, really super simple craft, but instead of one toilet paper tube, you actually need 2 per participant. So if you have multiple kids that all want to make binoculars, they would need 2 toilet paper tubes each, or you can always cut a paper towel tube in half or thirds or fourths, whatever really works. So I decided to turn our toilet paper tubes into a land and a sea kind of tube. That way it kind of encompasses our animal ambassadors of the land and the sea. So we've got some really cool little sea creatures all over this one, and some really cool forest creatures all over this guy. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna paint them however you like. Doesn't have to have animals on it. You could add glitter, you could add sparkles, whatever you'd like, buttons, anything that you would like. And then after those are done, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna attach them together. So I am using this washi tape because that's what I had in my house. You can use duct tape, scotch tape, painting tape, whatever you have. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of tape around the top, just like this. I like the washi tape because it doesn't stick quite so much, so it doesn't ruin your design if you decide you want to peel the washi tape off. So you're gonna go ahead and tape that top all the way around, and tape your bottom all the way around. And that way your binoculars will stay together. So they're kind of stuck, they're a little pair. They'll stay there together. This next part is completely optional. If you decide these are how I want my binoculars to look, that's perfectly fine. But I always like to make sure that I don't lose my binoculars when I am out in nature, bird watching, things like that. So I've actually punched some little holes in the side on either top. So you're gonna punch it on the outer side. And I have some ribbon. For those of you that know me or have met me, you are not surprised to know that most of this stuff is covered in glitter. It is, although it is Not exactly the easiest thing to use and clean up. It is one of my favorite craft items. So you're gonna slide that ribbon right on through, and you can just tie a knot so that your knot is on the inside of your binoculars. Mine's kind of big, so it might block the view a little bit. You can always do it so it's on the outside, so it doesn't impact your view too much. And voila, now you have a little neck strap, so while you're out, you can go ahead and carry those all around however you would like while you're out there. So like I said, what's really cool about our Google Drive is that we actually have a backyard scavenger hunt. So if you are making these and you want to find some things in your backyard and do that scavenger hunt, check out our Google Drive. And like I said, tag Ocean Connections, let us know what you're seeing in your backyards, since everybody's backyards are a little bit different. So this seems like a great time to go ahead and pause. Do we have any questions about our crafts so far?
No, but you have a lot of people that really like the crafts. So I think that's great because, you know, we finally have a gorgeous day in Wisconsin, which is nice. And so hopefully, you're right, everyone's backyard is a little bit different. What kind of things will they be looking for in their backyard?
Yeah, you'll be looking for native wildlife, so chipmunks, squirrels, any type of birds, so house wrens. A lot of migratory birds are making their way back right now, so you can look for those black-capped chickadees, house sparrows, house wrens. The finches are going to start making their way back. Golden finches are one of my favorite Wisconsin birds. The males are bright yellow, you can't miss them. They're absolutely gorgeous, and even up into raptors. So I don't mean velociraptors, although if you have toy dinosaurs, you're welcome to hide them in your backyard and do your own scavenger hunt with toy dinosaurs. But I mean birds of prey, so eagles, hawks, owls, things like that. We have a lot of those in our neighborhood, a lot of bald eagles right now that are passing through on their way back up north. So be sure to keep your eyes peeled for all of those amazing items.
Yeah, and you know what? You spoke a lot to the animals in Wisconsin, but boy, we've got people watching from Tennessee today, from Illinois, from California, from Canada, of course, from Wisconsin, from Indiana, and everyone has a little different environment. So we'd love to know what kind of amazing animals you are seeing, especially as we get into spring here.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of different animals all over the place. If you're fortunate enough to be able to go for a walk and see some seals and sea lions, we'd love to see some binocular photos with one of those animals out in the wild. Of course, remembering to stay just a few yards back to give all of those animals their personal space, because just like we have personal space, they have personal space as well.
And social distance.
Follow
the
social
rules.
distancing. Stay
Follow
6 feet away.
the rules.
Stay a full female sea lion away from all other friends, family, things like that, so that you give yourself some distance. But just to kind of recap what we're doing, so hi everybody, I'm Brittany. We are here at Ocean Connections, and we are making some upcycled crafts using toilet paper and paper towel tubes. So we have some really cool resources for you to go ahead and check out. We have our Google Drive up in the caption of this photo that will let you know kind of what we're doing, the resources. It has the supply list and how to build these crafts, but we're kind of doing a tutorial right now, which is pretty amazing. So we've seen some amazing crafts so far, but I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I am not the only artistic one around here at Ocean Connections. We have some amazing pinniped Picassos. So we have some seals and sea lions that are amazing painters. So we are actually inviting up Scooter, who's our male Pacific Harbor seal. You guys got to meet him a little bit earlier.
Say hi.
Now Scooter happens to be one of our best painters, and right before this Facebook Live, he asked if his crafts could be featured. So of course, how could we say no to his cute little face? So we wanted to share with you Scooter's painting abilities. So we're gonna go ahead and set him up with a blank canvas here, and we're gonna go ahead and get to painting. So painting is amazing for our animals. So just like we kind of like having craft time and downtime to just kind of relax and create whatever we would like, this is really mentally stimulating for our animals. They really enjoy it. It's a great form of enrichment. It gets their brains going, it gets their bodies going. So he's gonna hold that paintbrush and he is going to paint.
Nice, buddy.
We picked out some amazing colors to share with you guys.
Good start. Good start.
A great start. Now, if you are watching this and you're like, oh man, this is an amazing painting and I would like one for my own home. Well, surprise everybody, we actually have an Etsy store.
Nice.
So in our Etsy store, you can get flipper prints, nose prints, you can get a painting just like this one. You can customize your own colors, the size of the canvas, anything you want. And for all of you that are watching our virtual field trip right now, we are actually gonna offer 15% off all of the paintings in our Etsy store. So all you need to do is enter the code Field Trip at the end of your purchase. So when you have everything in your cart and you're ready to go, you can add in that coupon code to get 15% off any of the paintings that are done by our animal and animal welfare conservation efforts. So every purchase goes right back to these beautiful animals, just like Scooter that you're seeing.
Oh, that's awesome. Who likes the painting, guys? He is doing a fantastic job.
Buddy. Excellent.
Nicely
Love those
done.
colors.
And this one will also be up. And
Yes.
I think our discounted code
Good.
Field
Good
Trip
paint.
is good
Good.
now
Good.
throughout the weekend.
It's good throughout the weekend, so you can decide kind of what colors you want purchased through.
Oh, that's
Those are some
beautiful.
great spring colors.
Buddy.
So it's good now through Sunday. So again, that code is Field Trip. So once you guys have customized your paintings and things, we've got wine glasses, flipper paintings, nose printings, beer steins, pretty much anything that you could possibly want painted, we can have our animals paint for you. And again, that code is Field Trip, and it's good for 15% off all throughout the weekend.
It's a great way to support the animals and receive a nice little take home. So thank you, Scooter.
Good, Scooter.
Is he still having fun?
Just a little bit, yeah. Good job, buddy. Good. There we go.
Beautiful.
Beautifully done, Scooter.
All right, fantastic, guys. Okay, so we're at Ocean Connections. We're here in Milwaukee, and today we are talking about upcycled crafts. And what does that mean, Brittany? Upcycled?
Yeah, upcycled is basically kind of taking something and turning it into something new. So you're taking something that could be recycled, but instead of recycling it, you're actually turning it into something that's meaningful, purposeful, beautiful, that you can use pretty much daily in your own home. So we are using toilet paper tubes and paper towel tubes today, which is pretty cool.
And we know those are, those are luxuries right now. The paper towel and toilet paper tubes. So you know what? When you get to the end of that roll, now you can have some fun with it.
Yes.
What else are we doing here, Brittany?
Yeah, so this one is probably the most challenging of the crafts. So all the ones so far have been pretty easy. So if you have some older viewers that are like, man, I really like doing art, but I don't really know, we're going to teach you how to do a sea lion marionette. So it's kind of like a little puppet. So I used a paper towel tube, and you're gonna take your paper towel tube and you're gonna cut about 1/3 of it off. Now the third that's up here, that's gonna be the head. So you can make your sea lion whatever color if you want. They can be gray, brown, black, like a real sea lion, or you can turn them whatever color you want. Again, if you want a pink sea lion, if you want an orange sea lion, a yellow sea lion, feel free to make it an orange sea lion if you would like. And I just added like a little heart nose and some eyes to the head. And then the rest of the paper towel tube is the body. So I added flippers. You don't have to add flippers if you don't want to. If you just kind of wanted to have a body, we can go ahead. You can add the flippers. You can add the tail. So I added some front and some back flippers. So what you're gonna want to do to make that, so once you kind of have those two parts, the reason that we want it in two parts is so that they can move independently of each other. The wind actually just took the head of my sea lion. It is blown away, but that is okay. I'm going to show you guys kind of where to glue it, and you'll see it. We have a more completed one, so you'll be able to see it. So you're going to take some glue. You can use any glue that you have in your home. I would suggest a liquid glue. But you're gonna take a piece of string, yarn, ribbon, whatever you have in your house. I have a lot of like leftover Christmas wrapping and things. So you'll see I have a lot of glittery ribbon from Christmas time. And you're gonna kind of add some glue to the end of it, and you're gonna put this inside the body, about a good like 1.5 inches inside. you're gonna do the same thing on the top, and you're gonna slide it in so that it's in the head. The longer that this string is, the farther apart the head is gonna be from the body. So you wanna kind of be careful that it's not too far and not too close, but you still wanna give yourself that extra room so it can glue in pretty tight. And then what you're gonna do, then you're gonna let that dry. So I actually have this one, it's already dry, so you can kind of see where the inside got glued there. So it's about a good inch and a half in there. So I used liquid glue at home. That's what I think works best. But it is up to you. Whatever you have at home, it'll work. And then you're going to add a little hole kind of right in between the eyes and right in the middle of the back. So for my younger viewers, make sure you ask a grown-up to help you with this part because it can be a little tricky and we don't want anybody getting hurt. So make sure you ask a grown-up for help while you are making this craft. And that's kind of how the body of our sea lion marionette should look. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut 4 pieces of string that are about a foot in length, so about 12 inches. It can be a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, kind of based on how tall you are and how far you want it down going to the ground. The longer it is, the harder and more challenging it is to actually manipulate the seal or the sea lion marionette that you are making. You're gonna take one of these strings.
Or a ribbon, right? Whatever you might have.
Yep, I have ribbon. And you're gonna kind of put it through the hole that's on the top of the head. And make a nice little knot. Depending on how big you make that hole, you might have to knot it through twice. So I'm gonna knot it just to be extra safe. So that they're kind of on top of each other. So that is the string for the head. And you're gonna do the same thing for the body. Now this one's kind of tricky as well because it's like right in the middle there. So you kind of just have to keep pushing it through until it's long enough that it comes through the bottom and you can make that knot. So then pull it through, make that knot. Again, depending on how big your hole punch hole is, you might have to make those 2 knots. So again, I'm just doing that double knot to make sure that it is secure and safe. Bam. So now we have the head and we have the body, kind of independently of one another. Now you're welcome to leave it like this, or you can add that ribbon to your flippers. So I'm gonna do that. I'm actually gonna do that with tape because you're welcome to do it with glue. It'll look a little bit cleaner. But I am taping it to the top just because I want to be able to show you guys how this works. And I don't wanna have to wait for the glue to dry. So we are gonna tape that to the top of the flippers. So then that way you can move your flippers too. The bigger the flippers are, the easier they are to manipulate. So it's kind of up to you how you want to do it. And we're gonna set that aside for a second. And then you want the top of your marionette. Now, like I said, you can keep everything separate and you can kind of just tie those in a knot up on top if you don't have popsicle sticks. So in our supply list on the Google Drive, it talks about popsicle sticks. I did not have popsicle sticks at my house, so I had little wood skewers, so I used those instead. I just chopped off the pointy bits and then used some glue and some ribbon to reinforce the middle, make sure that it looked nice and pretty. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna tie each of these to one of the ends of the skewer. So you want the head, you kind of want these all to line up. So your head's gonna go in front, your body's gonna go in back, and then the flippers go on either side. So you can tie those, you can glue them, whatever is easiest. I am just going to tie them, making sure that I am tying them to all the right places. So
I can't wait to see this work, Brittany. What a great craft for kids.
It's super cute, and you can make any animal. Like I said, it does not have to be a sea lion. You can paint. I've seen people do this and make giraffes. I've seen them use flamingos and use some like really extra long string in the middle to make the really long necks of those animals. And yeah, it's a really cool craft. It's not very time consuming. But it's a lot of fun. And then when you're all done,
Oh, that's awesome.
you have your little sea lion marionette. And so you can have it swim, and you can have it, and you can even, if you want your head to be up a little bit higher, you can make the head string a little bit shorter. So I just wrapped it for the time being. So then you have your little swimming sea lion.
And you have a great activity
Yeah.
from an upcycled craft.
From
That
Upcycled
is
Craft.
fantastic.
Which is pretty amazing. Well, we hope you guys really like them. I know I had a lot of fun making them. And I know that, we were saying that lots of people were commenting that they love these ideas, but I think we should put it to the true test, and we should see what our animals actually think about it. So we actually have a very special friend who is joining us to end the video. So you guys might remember her from our last video when we were here at the pool. This is our female California sea lion, Geneva. She's waving hello to all of you. So Geneva is going to rate our crafts. So Geneva, tell us, what do you think about these toilet paper tubes? Oh, you know what? Geneva's being a little shy because she knows this is a seal, and she's like, where are the sea lions? You're right, Geneva, but we have a surprise for you later, I promise. But they're still pretty cute. All right, Geneva, what do you think about our binoculars? I don't speak sea lion, but I'm pretty sure that means that she liked them. All right, Geneva, I said we had a special surprise for you. So we saved the best for last. What do you think of the Geneva sea lion marionette?
Geneva.
What do you think? Oh, she's doing her happy dance because she knows it's a sea lion. And the sea lion marionette will do her little dance moves too. So if you make your sea lion marionette at home and it does Geneva's dance move, make sure you like it, tag us, follow us, all of those amazing things so that we can see what you are doing with your amazing upcycled crafts.
I think this is a great day. I really like it. Remember, it's all up on the Google Drive, guys, and we have that posted for you so that you can easily access it. We are doing our virtual field trips every Tuesday, every Friday at 11 o'clock. Remember just to like us, follow us on our Facebook page, and we will remind you of that. Again, remember that if you are able to support us, boy, we are certainly asking you to, because we certainly need the help. And you can do that either through our website at oceanconnections.org, and there's a donate button that's right there, or you can even do it through Venmo with Ocean Connections. Donations are always appreciated, very appreciated, never expected, and we are so glad that you joined us. We are going to be coming back to you on Friday morning, and we're going to the fish house because we're talking about all this fish, and there is a lot of activity in the fish house on a daily basis. It's an important part of our day. So have a great week. Enjoy the sunshine if you can at least get to your backyard. We hope to see you again on Friday.